Hi, today is 20th July 2021 and my name is Shantanu Prashant Tumme. Our today's video topic is what are exceptions? What are exceptions in Java? So exceptions are nothing but the errors. We can say in simple language, exceptions are nothing but the error which are in our program. So what are these exceptions? Exceptions the are the for example, if we write sysout system out system dot out dot println 9 by 0. So now obviously we know that simple math that 9 divided by 0 is infinity. So Java will not run this code and it will give the exception error. Okay, so all in at the console we will see exceptions written in red font. So these errors are errors. For example, we have 1000 line code and we got an error at line number 500. So what does these exceptions do? Exception, the one thread means like one insect is thrown by JVM, Java Virtual Machine, to run the program. It goes from line number 1 of the code to line number 1000 of the code. If in between it get an exception, for example, as we have discussed, it will get it if it get an exception or error at line number 500, it will not exit line number 500 and it will go back to JVM and it will say that exception was found and it will stop running the program. So what is the main disadvantage of this code? If on line number if on line above 500 the main program is there, it's a complex program, it's a complicated or very important program is there, so it will not run by JVM because exception was found on line number 500. So to overcome these exceptions, we have the exception topic or exception methods in depending Java. So what these exception methods do? Exception methods are exception methods skip that line number 500 if JVM found, or if that insect which or thread which is thrown by Java to run the program from first line to 1000 line. So if it found exception or error at line number 500, it will skip that line number 500 and it will continue running line number 501, 502, 503 and so on up until the last line of program or until the completion of main method. So there are two types of exception. There are two types of built-in exceptions and user-defined exceptions. Built-in exceptions, there are checked exceptions and unchecked exceptions. So what are checked and unchecked exceptions? We will see this. So checked exceptions means the exceptions which can be seen or which can be overcome while the compile time. Okay, so Java will show the error that if we write a statement, any statement, it will show the blue line, that waved blue line below that statement, and it will show that this will create exceptions in program. So we have to reduce that exceptions while compile time only. So these are checked exceptions. In checked exception, there are class not found, interrupted exception, file not found, and so on. Okay, so checked exceptions are useful and can be overcome while compile time or while coding. So how these exceptions are overcome, we will see later on. Now we have seen what are checked exception. Now we will see what are unchecked exceptions. So unchecked exceptions are which are shown at runtime. So as we have seen, at 500 line, if there is a error, it will show after running the program. It will not show before running the program or before compile time. These are unchecked exception. So what are the examples of unchecked exception? Like array index out of bond, string index out of bond, null pointer exception, null pointer exceptions, and uh, again illegal illegal thread state exception, array store exceptions, and so on. There are n number of there are multiple types of expressions. So arithmetic expression is also there, which shows, as we have seen the example sysout. In sysout we have write that system out dot println 9 by 0. So the answer of 9 divided by 0 is, or anything divided by 0 is, infinity. So at this time the error will shown as arithmetic exceptions. So how these exceptions are overcome, how we can skip the line number 500 and we will continue running the line number 501, we will see now. So these methods are overcome if we write, these methods are overcome by writing if else. So if else means, here we cannot write if else, here we will not write if else. Here is the combination of if else, like try and catch method. So what is try and catch method? We can see with the name. Try means try this, or if not then catch this, or if yes then catch this. Okay, so try and catch means, uh, we will write the 500 number line if we know that exception may come here. For example, there is a division of a by b on, and the value of a and b are taken from the scanner or the user. So these values are, if we don't know what user will enter the value, so we will write the 500 number line in try, and then in catch we will write it. Catch is actually a method, so we will write catch in bracket exceptions e, or a b c, or any variable exception. And in catch method we will write our another program, that if try 500 number line, if the error comes then execute the catch method. If error didn't come, then only execute the try method and go on further after catch method. So this helps in reducing the error. So if we use try and catch method, we will not see the red exceptions in at the compiler, at the in the console. Okay, so this try and catch method helps us to remove that disadvantage of other before previous programs, that if the 500 line is what we have seen already, if the 500 line has error, it will go back to JVM and it will say him that I find exceptions in that program and I will not run the 500 one, and I have come back. So here, after using try and catch method at line number 500, the JVM will execute, or the thread which has thrown by JVM to execute the program, it will go to it will skip the 500 number line, it will go to catch its error found, and it will execute 501, 502 and so on. So all these situations is known as exceptions. Okay, so uncheck exception, check exceptions. Okay, so these are, we can, if we have write array out of bound exception, if we are checking array out of bound exception, if we are checking array arithmetic expression, if we are checking string index out of bound exception, so these all exceptions we are checking. So if we check exceptions only, so we in catch method we write exceptions a is a variable, any variable we can take, or any name we can take. So in case of exception, if we write array index out of bound, so it will check array index out of bound error is done. Okay, so it will execute catch method in array index out of bound. So if we write multiple method like arithmetic in exception, array index out of bound exception, string exception, after that we have to write catch exceptions a. Exception is a combination of all the exceptions. Okay, so exception is a boss, exception is a boss, it is a main. Okay, so we cannot write the catch method of catch method of exception at the first, and all the arithmetic class method, string index out of bound method, array index out of bound method, null pointer exception, we cannot write this method after exceptions. Okay, so it will say that they have no value. For example, if we have thrown any stone, if you have thrown any stone of 9 by 0, the output it will catch by arithmetic expression, because the 9 by 0 answer and the output is arithmetic, it is a arithmetic output. If the string is, if the array is of index 5 and I call the 6th or 7th value of that index, so it will catch the array index out of one exceptions. Okay, so these all exceptions are carried out by particular method. So that stone will go to now Arrhenius out of bond exception. If I write the catch exceptions, catch method with exceptions in last. So in last, so for example, Arrhenius out of bond is not there, string out of bond is not there, arithmetic exception is not there. So it will catch by the exceptions at the last. But if I write the exception at front or at the starting, it will directly catch by the exception, and all the arithmetic exception, array index sort of one, and all the single exceptions will be out of no use, because all the exceptions will be catched by exception method. So this is the use of exception. The exception is very useful where in the risky codes, in where we didn't know that exception will come or the error will come. And so what we have seen today, what is exception, types of exception, what is try and catch method, how to use try and catch method. And in try and catch method, we can nest try and multiple try and catch. Like in try and catch we can use try and catch, in that try and catch we can use again try and catch, in catch we can use try and catch. In this nested loop can continuously run as many times we want, or as number of nested loops can be performed. So thank you. This is all about a topic exceptions.